Good morning, students. So now start our today's class.
Today we will discuss about MySQL functions. So now start with the MySQL function. Actually, whenever we talk about function, it means a special type of predefined commands. With the help of function, you can perform some operation and function return a single value. Actually, functions are simply a piece of code that performs some operation and then return a results. Within a function, you can provide one or more value, and value which is provided within that function, that is known as parameters, or we can say argument. Some function accept parameter while some function do not accept any parameters. Now there are types of MySQL function. We can broadly categorize function in a two types, single row function and multiple row function. Single row functions work with a single row at a time. A single row functions returns a result for every row of a query table. And multiple row functions, or we can say the group function, work with data of multiple rows at a time and return aggregate values. The difference between these two types of function is in the number of rows they act upon. A single row function works with the data of a single row at a time and return a single results for each row specified within the query. And a multiple row function works with a group of rows and return a single results for that group. Now, single row functions. We can define the single row functions like string functions, mathematical function, date and time functions. Commonly used string functions are characters, concat, lower and uppercase function, substr function, length function, trim, rtrim, ltrim functions, mid function, instr function. So now we will understand one by one each function with the help of MySQL. Now you can view, this is the query, select star from employee. So with this query you can view the complete record of employee table. And now my first function is string function, that is char function. What is this function? This function return a character value within given these parameters. Now I am writing select char and these are values, that is integer value. Now 34 integer value return the symbol of double quotes. 67 return the character C, uppercase letter C. Now 88 what will return? X, and then 56 return the value 8. So the char function return the character of given integer. So these all are the example of char function. Now the next is concat function. What is the function is concat? Concat function concatenate two string values. Like I am writing here select concat ename gender as name with gender from employee table. So what it will do? Concatenation in between two fields. What are the fields? Ename and genders. Now you can find out here the Smith male, Manish male, Radha female, Anuj male. So these are concatenation. Now we can check the next command, select lower ename upper gender from employee. What happened? The lower function return the value in a lower case and the upper function return the value in a upper case. So now you can view here lower ename. So all the name display in a lowercase letter and gender display in a uppercase letter. Next string function is trim, ltrim. We can use trim, ltrim, rtrim. Trim actually remove the spaces. Ltrim remove from the left hand side spaces. Rtrim remove the spaces from the right side of the given string. And trim remove the both the sided left as well as right side spaces, remove it and give the output. Now the string function in str return the index of the first occurrence of the string, like what we are given ename and the substring is a an. So what it means, an search within the ename field and give the index of that number, like in a look at here, this is the table ename, I give the name an. Now you can find out, return the index of this number is 2. Okay, what is the substring is an. Now 0, then 1, so return the values. Next, we'll once again come back. Now next is numeric function, mod function. What will do? Mod function return the remainder of one expression, and truncate function truncate a value to a specified number of decimal places. Now see, look at here, mod function. What will do? Mod function return the remainders. So what I am doing here, mod 11, 4, and then it means return remainder is 3. Round function, actually round function return the nearest whole number according to the given number with decimal places. So we can check here, round function, let's say with an example 157.67, 1. So it means round of this number, nearest whole number will be 57.67 converted into 7. Now you can look at here another example of round function. Select round 157.67, but I gave the 2. So the nearest decimal number is 157.67. Square root, SQRT function return the square root of the given value. Now I am given here number is 26. Then the square root returned by 5. If I am writing here square root 49, then the number is given is 7. Now truncate function, remember it, truncate function truncate the value from the decimal places. Now within this example 145.67, 2, it means remove the values from the decimal places after 2 values, so it gives the same value. Now look another example, select truncate 145.67, 1. What happened? After one value, after decimal places, one value truncate the another value. If I am using minus symbol or negative value, it means work from the main value or the integer value. 145.67, minus 1. Then what it will do? Remove the one value from the integer part. So it will give you the output 140. If I am writing here minus 2, it means the value it will return 100, because remove two values, truncate two value from the integer part. If I am writing 145.674, 2, it means after decimal places, after two values truncate the other value, then output will be displayed 145.67. Now the count functions, actually count function count the number of rows and then display. The next we will start the date and time functions. We will start date and time function. Date function return the current date, and the date function extract the date part of a date. Month function return the month from the date given. Year function return the year, and the now function simply return the correct date and time. Sysdate function return the current date and time according to the system date. Now next we start the aggregate function. Actually aggregate function allow us to easily produce summarized data from our database. Aggregate functions perform calculation on multiple rows of a single column of a table and returning a single value. So total 5 aggregate functions are count, sum, average, minimum, maximum. Now you can look at here, we are discussing about the count function. Count functions. Now you can check this example, select count commission from employee. Look at here, count commission 3, but in a table the records are 6. You can look at here and check the total records are 6. But in a 3 rows we have defined the null value, so count function ignore these rows. The count function returns the total number of values in the specified field. It works both numeric as well as non-numeric data type. All aggregate functions actually by default exclude the null value. When we give the count star, it is a special implementation of the count function that returns the count of all the rows in a specified table. Like you can check in this example, if I am using count star functions, then it will return the complete rows which are available in the table. Like in this example, I give the count and the column name. So it will ignore the num records, but when I am given the count star, then it will return the complete total number of rows. Now, minimum function just return the smallest value in the specified table. Maximum function, according to the name suggested, is just opposite of minimum function. It returns the largest value for the specified table field. And the sum function returns the sum of all the values in the specified column. And average function returns the average of the values in a specified column. Now, we can check the examples. Suppose I am writing here select minimum value, let's say SALARY, salary from employee, employee. First check the column name within this table. We can check the column name. Yes, SALARY. So we can write in this manner, select function name is main, then salary from employees. It will return the minimum salary. If I am using the command max, then return it maximum salary. It will return maximum salary. Okay. If I am using sum function in place of maximum, then return the total sum of salary, sum, then enter, it will return the total sum of salary. See, in the same manner, you can perform average function, like calculate the average, average functions. Now return the average. So in this manner we can calculate or perform all aggregate functions. Okay. Now assignment time beta. This is the sample table I have created here, employees table. According to given table, you have to complete all these queries and you have to done this query within your practical notebook, or you can say in your practical file within the section of MySQL. So okay beta, bye bye. Thank you.